Hey, welcome to our live broadcast YouTube. Hold on just a second. I'm going to get my Facebook live broadcast up. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and for being patient while we were on away with our kids. So welcome everyone. Facebook is up now. I wanted to just take a second to thank everyone for being so considerate and so patient with us as we took some time off last week to spend with our family as we were going through the orientation for Logan at SMU as he's getting ready to leave here in about 10 days. So tonight we are going to be talking about intermittent fasting FAQs, so the frequently asked questions that I get, and I thought I would open it up for you guys to ask some questions that you might have that maybe you haven't asked yet. So we'll go ahead and do a little Q&A at the end, and maybe I'll hit one of the questions you have and we'll get it answered. For those of you who are joining us new, I always appreciate new members in our community. This is a great place to hang out. Take a second on YouTube and hit that subscribe button for me. And then there's also a little bell icon that you can hit on your YouTube channel as well. That will allow you to get notifications when we go live. And that's also true for any of you who have been hanging out with us and maybe you're not getting notified. Make sure you have that notifications area selected on your YouTube channel. And if you're catching us live on Facebook, always feel free to hit that like button. And again, there's also a notification setting there on Facebook to make sure that you are notified when we go live as well. So my name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutrition programs and plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And we're doing just that in this amazing community of women that we have been building over probably I think a little over a year now, and it's growing pretty quickly. So welcome to all of you who have just joined us as well. Like I said, tonight I'm going to be talking about some of the frequently asked questions that I get surrounding intermittent fasting and try to answer them the best that I can, and just give you a little bit of confidence about what it is that you might be tinkering with as far as fasting, or maybe some of the hesitations that you've had about jumping in with us. So probably the most frequent question that I get is, can I have apple cider vinegar and lemon juice in my water? And the best way for me to answer that question is sure, you can do anything you want with intermittent fasting. That's the beauty of this type of lifestyle, is you really can cater it to whatever your goals are. So that's probably the most important thing that you need to figure out for yourself is, what are your goals with fasting? When I started fasting, and the way I teach fasting for women who are at a point in their aging cycle where they're unhappy with how they're looking and feeling, is this: you have to fast clean, meaning nothing but water or clean caffeinated drinks, so a tea with no flavoring or a coffee, for a certain amount of hours in order to get your hormones to balance out and for you to have an opportunity to really understand what your body chemistry is going through. As soon as you put something in your system like apple cider vinegar and lemon juice, you break that opportunity for your hormones to balance out, and it will take you longer to see results. What happens when it takes longer for us to see results is we get frustrated and we get unmotivated, and then we do the throw in the towel approach to whatever it is we're doing. So if you are intermittent fasting to balance out your hormones and help your body through an anti-aging process where you're really trying to get back some of the vitality you used to have, or you want to do some maybe some detoxing with your skin, you want to get your hormones balanced out, you have to clean fast. So apple cider vinegar and lemon juice would not be something that I would recommend. If you are fasting for just the simplicity of delaying what it is that you want to do with your nutritional cycle, then yes, you can do something like apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. I always just ask you to take it to the next step and know why it is you're doing that. So know why you're putting apple cider vinegar and lemon juice in your body, and is that important enough? Is the why you're doing it important enough to break the opportunity for your body to be in a clean fasted state? I think I get asked that question about 20 times a day. So you can do whatever it is that you feel most comfortable with, but you have to understand as soon as you put something into your body, you do break the opportunity of being in a clean, fasted state. Another very frequent question I get is, can you take supplements while you're fasting? Again, yes, you can, but you have to understand that you are not in control over what those supplements are made out of. You have to be really comfortable with reading labels and understanding what some of those ingredients are in your supplement capsules or whatever it is they're coating your supplements with. And we have in this community, and I have been as well, caught off guard and ended up putting some things in my body that I didn't realize I was putting in my body that were putting my hormones in a completely unbalanced state and were making me sick. And so taking supplements in my fasted state was really, really detrimental to my progress, which is why it took me about a year to get to the point where I was really healed with what it was I was doing and seeing the results that I was hoping for. So if you can delay taking supplements, I would highly recommend it, and just put it in your break fast segment of your day, or take your supplements before you go to bed when you're at the beginning of your fast and not when you're at that height of real healing and real opportunity to balance out your hormones, which is usually first thing in the morning because you're midway through usually your fasting window. I also like to have you consider this. When you're fasting, your body is in a state of repair, and it's in a little bit of a vulnerable state. Fasting does cause stress on our body. It is a good stress when we really start to listen to the signs and signals that our body is sending us, but a stress nonetheless. So think about what it is you're putting into your body that your body has to chemically respond to when you're in that vulnerable state. And is it worth it to sort of take the attention off of healing and have to put it on the efforts and energy that it takes to digest and break down whatever it is you just put into your body? And I have found that it's not, and I postpone a lot of those things to a later part of my fast, or I do it at the very beginning of my fast, or right when I'm breaking my fast, so that I'm not interrupting what I'm doing in the depth of the healing opportunity that I've just put myself in with intermittent fasting. Another common question I get asked is, why am I not losing weight? I and this community here do not focus on weight loss as your primary reason for starting something like intermittent fasting. Our sole purpose of this community, and what I really try to deliver in my message and what I really try to teach in my course, is that intermittent fasting is an opportunity to heal your body from the inside out. We cannot lose weight until our hormones are balanced out. And for a lot of us, whether we're post-pregnancy, or maybe just stop breastfeeding, or we're perimenopausal, or we're menopausal, or we're postmenopausal, our hormones are in an imbalanced state. Our body will not be able to lose weight in a healthy way and in a way that will be lasting if we don't put our hormones back in balance. And like I said, pregnancy, nursing, postmenopause, premenopause, all of those things are natural occurrences in our life, but they do throw us out of balance. So you have to really focus on getting your body back in a balanced state. And there's so many hormones that we have to consider when we're trying to do this. So if you are intermittent fasting, and you're intermittent fasting in the correct way to balance out your hormones, then you have to wait patiently for your time to for your body to be in a place where it's balanced out. And once it's balanced out, the weight will start to come off. If you're not really putting the due diligence in with your fasting and really understanding what chemical processes are happening in your body, if you're not understanding how your body's feeling in a healed state, then again, you will probably get discouraged and you'll be in that situation where you throw in the towel. And it usually happens, the towel gets thrown in usually right before you're about to get to that point where you're going to feel and see some of the results of what it is that you were doing. So if you're one of those people who's frustrated, feeling like you're that one person, or that woman that fasting isn't working for, I would highly recommend going back and really having a really honest conversation with yourself. And are you fasting correctly? Are you fasting for the right reasons? Are you fasting in the situation where you're willing to put the time and consistency of what you're doing in, so that you can reap the end result of what intermittent fasting does for us? It heals us first, and then we lose the weight second. And you have to be patient, and you have to be understanding of what your body chemistry is going through, so you can get to that point where you will actually see those results from weight loss. It took me a year to actually get to the point where my body started losing weight. My body healed first, and then it lost the weight. So if my focus was on losing weight, I would have quit before my body healed, and I would not be sitting here talking to you today, and I would probably be a very sick woman. So I always value the healing process over the weight loss process, and time and consistency will get you where you want to go. And then another big question I get is, why am I not losing body fat? Body fat is one of those things that's a super personal situation with women, and it's very tied to our genetics. And it also has to be that thing where, again, we have to sit down with ourselves and be very honest with what it is that we're willing to do to get the result. You have to be very focused on what it is that you're doing in your workout sessions. You have to make sure you're working out correctly for your body type. You have to be honest with, are you working out intensely enough? And you also have to make sure that what you're putting in your feasting window is nutrient-dense foods. Are they going to be the types of foods that are going to actually nourish your body to the point where it will start to get into that fat burning state? Remember, intermittent fasting really does allow our body to heal itself from the inside out. And part of that process happens when you go from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. Once you become a fat burner and your body has gotten to that point of being healed and balanced out, it will start tapping into your fat reserves as its source of energy. But every time you get into that position where you overload on carbohydrates, or you're eating the wrong nutrition in your feasting window, you halt that process of burning fat. I know that because I have done that to my own body. So you have to really be committed to what it is that you're doing with this process of intermittent fasting, and understanding what a keto-like lifestyle can do for you, and that there's always going to be some sort of compromise that has to be made if you make exceptions to what we know is good nutrition. We in our house are aware of those exceptions, and we make them because we want to live our life, and we want to have social opportunities with our kids, and we want to be able to take a few days and go away and go out and eat at restaurants and do all those things that make life so much fun. But there is a little bit of a price to pay for that, and that's where the healing process emotionally and mentally really does come in this community and with the lifestyle that we're trying to create for ourselves. There's an ebb and a flow to everything. So if you're not happy with the body fat that you have currently on your body, you have to go back and check with what is going on in your life. Are you working out consistently enough? Are you working out at the right intensity? Are you getting enough sleep? What's the stress like in your life? And are you making too many exceptions to providing dense nutrition for your body? And if you are, then you just have to ask yourself the question, what do you want more? Do you want a little bit looser opportunity in the feasting window to be more social? Or would you rather have a body that doesn't have as much visible body fat? And then with that being said, what we have to remember as women is that fat is what makes our bodies so beautiful. We cannot be completely fat free. We have to have a little bit of fat on our bodies. And I know for me and the way my genetics are is I always have cellulite on my body. I have had cellulite on my body my entire life. There have been times when it's been more, and there have been times when it has been less. But what I've found as I have gone through this process of aging, and now that I'm a postmenopausal woman, is that I would rather be comfortable in my skin than trying to be perfect and being completely miserable with my life. So I have body fat on my body. I have some cellulite on my body, and it's just the way I was made. And I've stopped chasing that dream of trying to be some fat-free woman, because my life is miserable when I'm chasing that dream. So there has to come a point where we are just comfortable and happy with what we have, what we've been given genetically, what kind of body structure and form that we have. And then within that, you have to make very realistic goals for yourself and create a life where you can look and feel your best while living it most authentically. And if we're making too many exceptions to the authenticity part, then what ends up happening is we end up being miserable and resentful and not very fun to be around, and we don't want to be those type of women. So those are the commonly asked questions that I get. I hope if you had some of those questions, they were able to be answered for you tonight. I'm going to go in and welcome everyone on Facebook, and then I'll jump on YouTube and welcome everyone there as well. And if you have a question that has been burning inside of you about intermittent fasting that you would like for me to answer for you tonight, I will definitely do my best to get that done for you. So let me jump on to Facebook really quick, and then YouTube, I will jump up there. So listen in, maybe there'll be some good questions that have come across that we can get answered as well. Jill, hello girlfriend, nice to see you here. Rita, nice to see you live with us tonight. Kathy, hello. Sadia, how long will it take to reduce 90 kilograms to 70 kilograms by intermittent fasting? Girlfriend, I have absolutely no idea. It is so dependent on what stage of hormonal imbalance that your body is in and what your lifestyle is. So if you're really serious about losing those 20 kilograms, the best thing I can tell you is this, and this is what I teach. You have to ask yourself 2 questions every day. How long will you fast, and how well will you feast? And if you're really wanting to get to that 20 kilogram loss, then I would suggest clean fasting for at least a few weeks until you get sort of a rhythm of what it is that you're doing, and then be very conscious of what you're doing in your feasting window and getting it as keto-like as possible. So time and consistency are going to be the other things that have to go with those 2 questions that you've asked yourself. Like, how long are you willing to ask yourself those 2 questions and be committed to that process? Kathy, I fasted long today. Feels so good. Not even hungry all day. Yeah, absolutely, girlfriend. And that's what happens when you get your hunger hormones balanced out, is you don't become so frantic when you're in that empty state, and you really start to thrive and feel energized there. I feel the same way. I fasted for 17 and a half hours today, and then did a 90-minute Peloton ride, and I feel absolutely amazing today. So it's really fun when you get your body to that point where you can tap into your own fat stores as energy. You no longer are super dependent on those quick fix food things to get you through the day. So Kathy, congratulations to you on that. Tina from New York, hello. Christy from Australia, good to have you, girlfriend. Amanda, hello. Allison, I'd like the info on the August book club. Okay, so the August book club, the book that we are reading, and Kara will put a post link hopefully in the feed there in the comments, is Girl, Wash Your Face. Oh my gosh, I've already started prepping for our Friday live on this one, and this book is just absolutely everything that I hoped it would be, so I can't wait to share some stuff with you guys on Friday. We do the live broadcast going over the book, and I share my thoughts and personal experiences on Fridays at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Instagram, and that's _today's_aging_woman. You can find me there, or if you type in my name, I believe you can find me too. So Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do a live, and then within the week, we'll take the live broadcast and upload it to dianeparham.com. So if you can't catch it live, you can catch it there as well. So Girl, Wash Your Face is the book that we will be reading in August, and you guys are going to absolutely love it. Dana, good to have you here. Cynthia, hello, girlfriend. Thank you for your beautiful message in our July group today. I appreciate that. Kathy, what do you think about bioidentical hormones? I have used them for quite a few years now, and I feel good. I say that's a personal thing for sure. If you're feeling good and they're doing everything that they say they're supposed to do, and you've read the information about them, and for you consciously, the benefits are outweighing the risk, then I say that's perfect for you. Me personally, I cannot take hormones into my body because I have a history in my family of blood clotting with increased levels of estrogen, and I had a miscarriage when I was 39, and they believed that was the case, that I had an increased level of estrogen, and I had some high levels of stress hormones in my body, and I ended up miscarrying at 4 months. And so my doctor has advised me to not put any kind of extra hormones in my body at all. So what I'm dealing with in postmenopause is exactly what I'm supposed to have, and I just really work to make sure that I personally don't put anything into my body that would put my hormones out of balance. But I say, if it's working for you and you've read all the literature on it and you've read all the research on it, and it's a comfortable decision that you've made for yourself, then I say that's exactly what they're supposed to be used for. So very personal decision though. Danielle, hello. Henny, hello girlfriend. Jennifer, I'm back at it. Awesome girlfriend, I love to hear that. Leanne, hello. Okay, yeah, Kara put all the links in the comment section here on Facebook about the August Book Club book, and then how you can get into the group for sure. Jennifer, average fasts are about 19 hours, seeing inches come off even though scale's not moving. Yeah, and that's another thing with fasting is, you know, a lot of this weight that we're carrying is water weight. And I always hate it when, you know, in the past and even now when I work with women and they said, oh, I lost 5 pounds, but it was water weight. And I'm like, water weight counts. Like, we don't want to be carrying around water weight. Water weight is that inflammation that breaks us down. It's the leading cause for so many autoimmune disorders and cancers and the brain fog that we all have been walking around with. So congratulations if you've lost 5 pounds of water weight. We don't want to discount that at all. And for whatever reason, inflammation doesn't show up on the scale as quickly as we would like it to. So I always say, use the mirror and use your clothes and use how you look and how you feel as your gauge for success. Do not depend on the scale to be the indicator on whether you have successfully completed something or you failed at something. It is just a number, and it's gauged by a chart that has nothing to do with us personally. Let it go. If you're feeling the improvements in the positive side of things, then everything that you're doing is correct, and it probably is a lot of inflammation. So congratulations on that. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself. And then Shamim, I am just learning about IF and love your videos. Oh, awesome. Thanks. And thanks for hanging out with us here. I try to give you guys as much information as you can. And if you're ever interested in joining our course starts on August 4th. I would love to have you in. It just takes everything to that next level and really helps you expedite what it is you're looking for with your results and understanding of your body chemistry. So definitely feel free to join us, Shaman, in August if you can. Michael's going to read that YouTube comment, so you got to speak up a little.
Okay, so let me know if you guys can hear me okay in the comments. Just let us know. We have M. Fraz. She says hi. Lynette Maldonado is here. Sky E. The Limit 03. Hi, all. I'm a newbie.
Well, welcome. Hope you've hit that subscribe button so you'll know when we go live again.
And Boris. Hi, Diane. I'm a June grad.
Good to see you.
Barb Foltz is here.
Nice.
Beautiful top you're wearing. And she says F3 course. She's in F3
Okay,
course.
so Barb, let me tell you about this top. So it is really cute. Like, I'm not going to lie. It has this nice little, like kind of stitching at the bottom and stuff. Really cute. But it's not functional. Every time I, like, take a deep breath or move my arms, it pops up. So it's cute if you were sitting somewhere and didn't have to move. But other than that, it's sort of a pain. But thank you.
Deborah L. Madani. February grad, love your videos.
Awesome. Thanks for jumping on.
Lynette Maldonado says, can I have, I think she's saying collagen, keto friendly powder with coffee? It's 50 calories.
Okay, so calories don't matter when you're trying to decide if it's breaking a fast or not. Anything that you put into your body will take you out of what is called a clean fasting, or what I call a healing fasted state. And I do believe that there's different ways to intermittent fast. If you're feeling unbalanced, if you're having trouble losing weight, if your brain is clogged and foggy, if you feel like your hormones are a mess, if you're having really tough perimenopausal symptoms, if you're having really tough PMS symptoms, all of those things are indicators that your hormones are out of balance. You need to balance those out. To do that, you have to clean fast. Once you get your body healed, then intermittent fasting can be done in a bunch of different ways. But anytime you put anything in your designated fasting window, it takes you out of the clean and healing fasting opportunity. So yes, even something like collagen protein can take you out of that healing fast. Now, with that being said, for my ketogenic diet people, you know, there have been a lot of tests done if you're testing your blood ketones through like a keto meter that have shown that there's certain types of sugar substitutes that don't break a fast, and there's certain kind of things that don't break a fast, and that's all fine, but you have to get yourself into a permanent state of ketosis, and you have to really follow that ketogenic diet to the point where what you're doing is not taking you out of a fasted state. So remember, ketogenic diets and intermittent fasting are two completely different things. Most people who are following a ketogenic diet don't necessarily fast to get themselves into a state of ketosis. They're just really managing their carbohydrates well, and they know what it takes to get into that level of ketosis. Using intermittent fasting does allow you to have some flexibility in your feasting window where you can still get that initial level of ketosis and fat burning opportunities and the healing opportunities of what you're doing in fasting, but you have to do it clean. So you have to remember there's two philosophies there, and both of those will cause your body to respond in completely different ways chemically. So I hope I answered that.
Okay, we got Donna Feeler, I think I said it right, VIP alumni.
Awesome.
Little Picky One, hey everyone. Leslie Rinflash, hi Diane, glad to finally catch you live.
Good to have you here.
Aaron Jackson, will flavor coffee grounds break your clean fast? So brewing the flavored coffee, then drinking it black with nothing in it.
I don't know. Those are those things that I always say run a 7-day test on, because everybody's body is so different. Some are super hypersensitive to that, some are not so much. So do a week of coffee that's flavored and you're drinking it with nothing else in it. See how you look and feel. And then do a week where you do maybe just regular black coffee. And then see which week felt better for you, or which week got you the best result. And then you'll know from your own body chemistry what's going to work best for you. I can't have any flavor in my coffee at all if I want to stay clean fasted.
Steffi Gazelle, she says hi. Jessica Salas, she says, what about taking medication for inflammation?
Okay, so when it comes to medicine, I can't give any advice because I am not a doctor. So that would be one of those things you would have to talk to your doctor about, and you would want to know why it is you're taking medication to reduce inflammation. So fasting correctly will reduce the inflammation. What I would do is probably take the medication while I'm fasting, take the risk of it taking me out of that clean fasted state, but I would be really, really determined to fast consistently, make sure I'm in a good long fasting opportunity so that I can really balance out my hormones, and then I would be very focused on what I'm doing nutritionally, get my body to the point where it's releasing its inflammation naturally, and then hope that you don't have to be on that medication anymore.
Marnie Hassan, okay, no more lemon water for me. When I wake up in the morning, just plain water from now on.
Okay, so a lot of people drink lemon water and apple cider vinegar to get their digestive system started. But if you're not putting anything in your digestive system, do you need to start it with anything but water? That's why I say understand why it is that you know that people are suggesting that you do that. And what we have found in this community is that doing nothing really does allow you the opportunity to embrace everything, and your body will learn how to turn on its own digestive system with a good cold glass of water or room temperature glass of water, however you like it.
Brenda Campbell, how long is your recommended fasting and how often?
That all just depends on what your starting point is. So depending on how unbalanced you are will determine how long and how consistent you have to be. When I was sick being pre-diabetic, insulin resistant, total loss of memory, my cognitive function was going, so I was definitely like on the like cusp of what dementia and Alzheimer's is described at. That was me. I had to fast clean for 20 hours a day for a very long time. It took me about a year. So it all just depends on what it is that you're struggling with and how fast you want it to clear up. I was desperate to not be sick, so I went long and strong.
Jessica Salas, oh my God, that is my problem, to hate cottage cheese legs.
Yes, yes. But remember this. One of the reasons why cellulite has a bad rap is because of what we have done by image bashing women and criticizing other women and not being supportive of what other women's bodies look like. So I think that the whole image of what cellulite is and what our expectations are of other people's bodies will come back to what our own expectations are about our own bodies when we start to be a little nicer to each other. So we should not be shooting to be perfect in everyone else's eyes. We should only really care about how we look and feel in our own eyes. And I'm totally okay with a little cellulite, and I'm totally okay with a little bit of extra body fat that I have, because when I was on that hamster wheel trying to make sure, or trying to achieve a body that was perfect, I was a very miserable woman, and I do believe that that's part of what led me getting so sick a couple of years ago. So be careful what you're working for, and be careful what you're asking for, because there's no such thing as perfect.
Rosalind Harper, hi there, love your information. Leslie Renflash, hardly worked out the first 6 months of IF, yet lost 20 pounds. Just now starting to work out again and losing fat so quickly. I'm amazed.
Yes. It's the secret sauce once you get it all figured out. But again, like the way you just describe your journey is so much different than my journey and so much different than a lot of other women's journeys. So again, kind of going back to that cellulite thought and comment, is that don't mimic what someone else is doing. Gather information. Come to a community of very supportive people who are willing to share their stories, because I think what happens is the more stories we hear and the more that we see that there's no two stories that are alike, the easier it becomes for us to not compare ourselves to other people or try to get the same exact results as someone else. No two women have the same end story when they leave our course, because they didn't come in with the same stories. And so what we have to understand is that you are the only one that should be telling you what to do. No one else should be telling you what good food is. No one should be telling you what bad food is. No one should be telling you how many calories you should consume a day. No one should be telling you what it is you should do to take care of your own body. Listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you that, and then run some tests and see what it is that works well for you. And then know that if you want a certain result, there's certain things you have to do to achieve that. Oh my gosh, someone else here. Our dog's going crazy. Sorry about that. But you have to spend time with yourself to figure that out for sure.
And we have Darlene McIntosh. Can I get rid of my dimples in my legs? I do work out.
I don't know. I have times in my life right now. I'm pretty happy with my legs. But I still have dimples in certain areas. So what I have done is you have to learn how to dress for your body too. So I don't wear shorts because the shorter my shorts are, the more the dimples in my legs show. So find, a way to dress yourself that you feel most confident in. And then again, just know that, if what you're seeing is something that's new, or if what you're seeing is not the norm for you, yes, you can probably get rid of it. But if it's something that you've had your whole life, and that's really where I had to be okay with a lot of things in my body. Like 52 is not the time that I will be cellulite free, when in my 20s I had cellulite, and in my 30s I had cellulite, and in my 40s I had cellulite. I am just a person who has some cellulite. So you have to kind of look back at your life story too and say, have I always had legs like this? Then maybe it's just something that you could probably make a little bit better, but I don't know if you could ever have the perfect leg for whatever it is that you want to see for yourself.
Jessica Salas said, I read that book. It's good for young women.
Well, hopefully it's good for 52-year-old women too, because I'm reading it and I'm loving it.
Barb Fultz, August book is so good. I've read it twice already.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Adeline Prolux, I don't know if I said that right. Hi, Diane. You have me starting 2 weeks now. The 8-16 daily fast. I've lost 8 pounds.
Awesome.
Deborah Johnson, will chia seeds and water break a fast?
Yes, chia seeds are food. That's not fasting, that's feasting.
And Adeline again, she said, I noticed I'm leaner.
Good. That's probably inflammation, which is good.
She said, will lemon water break a fast?
I already covered that. That's food.
Oh, well, I'll look into your course. Sheila Lewis here for, oh, she said she can hear. Everybody said they can
Okay,
hear.
cool.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And okay, there's a few more.
So Danielle, I think it is. What do you think about maca root for balancing hormones? I think it's great. Maca root. There's two other ones as well. I took them for a while. I am like when I take my supplements, I take them like in seasons. And I do think that they totally do help. Maca root, suma root, and there's another one I believe, and I think they all work kind of together well. I used suma root very consistently. I would use it for perimenopausal symptoms. I used it for PMS symptoms. It definitely had me in a more balanced state hormonally. So I say it's one of those things that's a good investment. To, make sure that you're reading the ingredients label. Make sure you know the source where you're getting your maca root from. And then, yeah, make sure you're reading those ingredients labels though, because a lot of those supplements are coated in soybean oil casings, and that will imbalance you. So you want to make sure that what you're doing, your efforts are going to go wasted by trying to balance something out with something that has an imbalancer in it. So, yeah, I would say go for it and see how it works for you. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay. Jessica Salas says I'm used to taking melatonin for sleep. I ran out today. And we got Shirley Stanley said, thank you for all you do, pretty lady. Been doing IF for about a month and feel fantastic. Mineral water is my new favorite treat in the morning. Loving life.
Yes, this will wake up your digestive system too. Put some bubbles in your belly. It'll wake it up for sure.
Lori E said, love your content. Watch it in the morning as I'm getting dressed to keep my focus each day.
Awesome. Make sure you're asking yourself those two questions too.
Jessica Salas says, thank you so much.
Yep.
Adeline again said, in the eating window, is it okay to have 2 meals and a snack in between? The idea not to eat too many times to avoid spiking insulin.
Well, when you're feasting, you are spiking insulin, so that doesn't matter. It depends on what you're eating and how much insulin you want to have released in your body. So that's where the keto lifestyle comes in. But if you have a feasting window, eat in your feasting window till you feel satiated. That's the trick. Not so much how many meals you eat, or not even how many calories you consume. And it doesn't really even matter what your macros are as long as you're eating nutrient dense food. So you want to eat till you're satiated.
Okay, Natalie again, she says, Darlene, I have been taking gelatin and it's helping cellulite for me. I take it in my lunch smoothie, a tablespoon. And Jessica Salas says, yes, me too.
Yep, perfect. There you go. So, okay, so Maria, girlfriend, I have missed you. I haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for jumping on with us. Always watching. I just want that amazing looking cake recipe. I definitely know I need to exercise more, but healing well, IF for life. Awesome, yeah. So the cake recipe, my daughter's birthday was yesterday, and we have a family rule. If you've taken my course, you know what the family rule is. We don't eat cake at Little Johnny's party. We only eat cake at our family's party. And so last night I made a Simple Mills brand. It was a boxed cake mix. We made a double layer. You can see a picture of it on my Instagram channel and on my Facebook page. It was a double layered cake with vanilla frosting in the middle and a chocolate frosting on the top. It was absolutely to die for. It was gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and it was absolutely amazing. We all had a big old hunkin' piece of chocolate, and we felt amazing. No sugar spikes, no sugar blues. It's very low in sugar. It tastes absolutely amazing. So Simple Mills cake mix, and they also have the frosting as well. So everything on that cake was Simple Mills. We just added some avocado oil, some eggs, and some water, and it was birthday cake heaven. So yeah, go get yourself some Simple Mills boxed cake mix. It's so good. Megan, hello girlfriend. Joy, hello. Sheila, Aaron, will flavored coffee grounds break a clean fast? So I brew the flavored coffee grounds and then drink the coffee black. I don't know, you have to test that out. It would break my fast for sure. If I was trying to heal and clean fast, I wouldn't risk it. I would just have coffee. Anything with a flavor, you could run the risk. And again, everybody's sensory response to things are so personalized and so different that you have to test it out. I can't tell you that it will definitely break a fast because I don't know how your body chemistry works, but I wouldn't risk flavored coffee if I'm going to do everything that I need to do to get in a clean, healing, fasted state. But that's just me personally. Adeline, is it true it's more beneficial to do aerobic exercise in the morning and resistance in the afternoon or evening? There's companies that do metabolic testing about on that whole subject. I don't know. I have found for me personally that if I do aerobic exercise first, followed by strength training, that my body just feels better and I tend to get a better calorie burn. Because I'm already warmed up and my heart rate is already up and working and I'm already in a fat burning state. So again, you have to just test your body out. Do 30 days of one way and then do another 30 days of it the next way and do everything that you're doing in that exercise window the same and see how your results are. Very personal with that because it's body chemistry, genetic makeup, muscle tone, what your muscle tone is. Do you easily build muscle? Do you not? All that stuff is very personal. Okay, cool. Let me see if there's anything else here on Aaron. Yeah, thank you. I agree. I'm going with what you say. Awesome. And then Shaman, would green tea break the fast? Okay, so that's that thing. Green tea, I think as long as it's really good, clean tea, leaves, you're probably okay. Green tea doesn't really have much of a flavor that's any more than what coffee grounds would be. So, we use coffee and we use things like tea, whether it's black tea, green tea, whatever. You just don't want any like citrusy flavors or sweet flavors or chamomiles or anything like that. But we use coffee and caffeinated teas to help enhance what we're doing in our fasted state to help balance out our hunger hormones and to give us a little bit of a boost of energy. So it's not supposed to be a treat. You're not supposed to feel necessarily like a flavor sensation from it. You should really just use it as a tool to help your hunger hormones balance out and to really give you that little boost of energy that we need to get our day started. Michael, I saw a comment come off.
Yeah, Patricia O'Neill says, hi, I'm finally watching live. I usually watch the rebroadcast in the morning when I'm working out. Thank you for your aging wisdom and friendship. You make so much sense and it's empowering.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, why I have you guys here, I'm going to ask you a quick question if you don't mind. I get a lot of questions, frequently asked questions about stuff like what I use in my everyday life, like what kind of shampoo I'm using, what are we using for laundry detergent that we found is clean and healthier, what I'm using for my skincare routine, what I'm using for other like makeup stuff. Would you guys be interested in me sharing some of that information here on Facebook and YouTube? And if you are interested, what kind of things are you interested in? And if you can leave that for me in the comment section, I'm getting ready to build up my August monthly calendar, and I would love to fill in some more sit-down type videos that aren't necessarily live, but give you guys some information about some things that we found that we're using not only for me and what I'm trying to do to keep my hormones balanced out and keep my body healthy, but what we're doing for our family as well. And if that's of interest to you guys, then we'll definitely get that on the schedule and get some more videos posted for you. So just let me know what it is you're looking for or what you search for or what you have some questions about, and we'll see if we can get some more information to you guys as well. Shaman, you're welcome for sure. And Holly, thanks for the thumbs up on that one. Okay, so let me see. What did Adeline say?
Oh, yes, definitely. That'd be great. I'd love to know hair care and skin care, also things we can change to more natural.
Okay, cool. And Maria's on here. She's a hairstylist. Wish you lived in my neighborhood because my girl moved away, and I'm about 3.5 weeks like overdue to get my hair done. But I found this amazing shampoo that helps keep your hair like bright and light, and so it's been allowing me to kind of go through and postpone getting my hair done till I either decide to drive really far where my hairdresser is or find a new one here in town. And so I'll share those kind of things with you guys, and it's a really clean product. No parabens are in it, no sulfates, all those kind of things that we kind of are concerned about. I found an amazing new deodorant that is aluminum free and soybean oil free that I'm planning on doing a video for you guys about too. I've always been in that little bit of limbo where I found a deodorant that didn't have soybean in it, but I was compromising the aluminum still. And then for the past month, I've been testing this new deodorant out, and it has no aluminum or soy. And I live in the state of Texas, so y'all know it's hot here. and I have felt very confident wearing it. I have felt very comfortable wearing it, and no one in my house has told me that
She hasn't been funky.
that I'm stank. So I think it works. And so I wanted to test it for a month before I shared it with you guys. And then we have a couple new food finds that we've found as well that we want to share with you guys. And so we'll use this opportunity to do that for you guys here to get some more information from just some informative type of videos that maybe not won't be so much question and answer in live. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. It's been 45 minutes. I always love these live broadcasts that are so conversational. So thank you to everyone who's asked a question here tonight or shared maybe one of your own personal experiences. I always appreciate that. That's what really helps this amazing community of women grow. The trust and the respect that we all have for each other is something that I totally value, and I prayed for when I started this channel, that we would really gather up women who are very like-minded and very supportive and respectful of each other. So I appreciate each and every one of you for playing your part in doing that as well. And I want to leave you tonight with this one little statement. I hope that tomorrow and tonight you make decisions that will help you look and feel your best and live your most authentic life. I'll see you guys Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good rest of your night and a great day tomorrow.